Hi everyone, it's Johnny Seed here again, and I'm back with another instalment of my Vinyl Oddities mini-series where I have a look at some of the more unusual items in my record collection. For example, this plectrum-shaped vinyl single from John Cooper Clarke. This is the single Gimmicks, backed with the excellent I Married a Monster from Outer Space. As you can see, this is on orange vinyl in a what has been described as plectrum shaped. And there's the sleeve. Right, and another single. I guess this would come under the heading of novelty single. Now this is 147 by Alex Hurricane Higgins. Now if you're not from the UK or you're not a follower of snooker, you may not have heard of Alex Higgins, but he was a very famous snooker player. Or if you're from Canada, snooker. Sorry. So yeah, I found this in the charity shop for 10 pence. I thought, oh God, I'll give that a listen. It's on Solid Records. Now I've not listened to it yet, I've been saving it for now because I don't know if he's actually singing on it or not, but we will find out in a minute. So yeah, this was released in 1983 or 82. It was brought out to commemorate his winning the World Championships for the second time against Ray Reardon. So I don't know if this is going to be like a snooker diss track or something, because he'd already beaten Ray Reardon a couple of times. I think he lost to him in a final in the 70s. See, I know a lot about snooker now after researching this. Yeah, snooker was huge back in the 80s and the 70s in the UK on the TV. Millions of people tuned into it. It was a big deal. So yeah, this is on Solid Records. When I opened this up originally and had a look at it, it was a lot of loose tobacco fell out. So who knows who'd owned it before me. Yeah, the ironic thing is 147, if you didn't know, is the maximum possible break you can get in snooker, which ironically Alex Higgins never achieved, not at least in a professional game anyway. I think he got 135 in the final of this match here, and I think that's his wife and child as well. So shall we give this a listen? We see what it's like. So yeah, this is the A side, 147, co-written by Mike Sams. All I could find out about him is he co-wrote some songs for Donna Stell and what's his name, Windsor Davis, who were in Ain't Half Hot Mum, 70s sitcom. Let's give this one a listen, see what it's like. I mean, I am very curious. I wonder if it's got a Chas and Dave vibe to it. So they did Snooker Loopy, didn't they? Yeah, I think that's him singing. I'm gonna whip that top rock with a block. Could have been the element, hurricanes that fell that won't go for little ones, Jack. Almost like a round. Wouldn't settle for a two when I see my way through to the block. 147, that's my idea of heaven. Gotta keep trying, keep them all fun somehow. Fiddles going on in the 147, it take a team of 11. Stop me taking it, making up, breaking it now. I don't know if this ever got in the charts. There's scant information about it, and his Wikipedia page doesn't mention it at all. Give it a little push, bounce him off the push, and there goes another pop block. Yellow, green, and brown, they're all going down. I'm moving like a hurricane. All the time I'm playing, I can hear the crowd saying, hurricanes at the gate. 147, that's my idea of heaven. Gotta keep trying, keep them all flying somehow. Fairly generic tune. It's not that terrible, is it? It's just about getting away with the singing. I'll take it back. A bit of a Ringo vibe to his voice. Let's see what the B-side's like, actually. Think you're doing the right. Quick as a wink, I'm on to the pink. a bit of a disco groove. I wasn't expecting it to be funky. This one's called In the Pocket.
You've got life in the pocket.
Life in the pocket.
If you don't let your problems become a drive.
Okay, this is called Life in the Pocket.
Feels like a game. And play it cool like a friend. Your safety shot is to screw up the lot. Life's in the pocket, baby. It's in the bag.
It's in the bag. Yeah, that's Life in the Pocket by Alex Hurricane Higgins. The catalogue number Stop 003. I think stop is the correct word. Yeah. So right, yeah, Alex Higgins. I don't think he ever made an album. He did live like a rock star, though. To be fair to him, you know. So fair play. That was Alex Hurricane Higgins 147 single. Right, another single. This is something else I picked up in a charity shop, and this is the K-Tel multi-exerciser rhythm music. From what I can glean, this is actually an accompaniment to an exercise machine. One of those things that you would kind of like strap yourself into and then pull on some elastic bits. You'd attach it to a door handle or something, and this would give you some sort of exercises and some instruction on how to do the exercises. So.
K-Tel introduces the exciting multi-exerciser to help you firm, shape and trim your figure. Ideally suited for both men and women. Use multi-exerciser for a few minutes morning and evening. Just attach to a door handle and place your hands and feet in the loops. For improving posture, body shape or just keeping in good physical condition, K-Tel multi-exerciser is a must. K-Tel multi-exerciser with instruction booklet and instruction record. Only $2.99 at most good department stores, sports shops and other good stores.
Yeah, I'll give this one a spin. It has got a very nasty scratch in it though, so hopefully it's not going to destroy my needle, which is, you know, not in the greatest shape anyway. But, you know, let's just give this a spin, shall we?
Hi there,
Hello.
I'm the K-Tel Exercise Man, welcoming you to a new you. Because K-Tel takes much pleasure in introducing you to the multi-exerciser.
Okay.
The exerciser that's designed to give you the shapely, healthy body that you've been looking for. Now, look at
I've not been looking for that, but never mind.
If you want to get rid of that hot belly or spare tire, or maybe just turn up your muscles, then now you really can. Just a few minutes with the exerciser every morning and evening is all you need to do.
A few minutes every morning for
K-Tel
1,000 years.
It's a very simple device to use. All you need is a convenient place to attach it, like a door handle that's about waist high.
Okay.
Make sure no one can
I don't actually have the machine, so I can't
The room
demonstrate how it
should have plenty
works.
of fresh air with a carpet or a rug to lie on. And you can also have a cushion to put under your hips if you need it.
Oh, thank
Now
you.
take advantage of the privacy of home to wear the absolute minimum of clothing.
Oh, aye.
So you're not restricted in your exercising.
I bet, yeah.
Now, before going on to the exercises, make sure you have read the exerciser instructions carefully so that you'll be
Don't have the
familiar
instructions.
with all the movements. Why don't you keep it next to you while exercising for easy reference? Now,
Or just remember it.
Good. Well, let's try a nice, easy exercise to start you off with.
Okay.
This one's called the tummy toner.
Oh.
Now, this exercise is designed to tighten up those slack tummy muscles. First of all, lie on the floor, face up, with your head up near the door. Now, put your feet in the straps and take the hand straps above your head. Now, you just may have to adjust the straps at this point so that your feet just clear the floor. Okay,
Sounds
we're all ready
complicated.
now. Good. Now, keeping your legs and arms straight, pull down on your hand straps and raise your legs. Raise your legs as high as you can, and then lower them to the floor again.
Okay.
Now, let's try with a little bit of rhythm this time. Okay, are we all ready now? And away we go.
2, 3, 4.
Up, 2, 3, and down, 2, 3. Smoothly now. No jerks.
No jerks.
2, 3, down, 2, 3. And up, 2, 3, and down, 2, 3.
What does that sound like?
There, that wasn't too hard, was it?
Not at
Now,
all.
let's continue
It lasted
this
about a
exercise.
minute.
You should be able to do at least 100 of these by the end of this week.
What?
And while you're in that position, let's move straight on to the second exercise. This one's called the high stepper. With your feet and hands still in the straps as they were before, bend one knee and bring it up right to your chest. And then, as you lower it, bring the other knee up in a kind of marching action. Now with this one, it's important to flex the leg fully as you lower it and get the knee as close as possible to the chest. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Ready for exercise number 3?
Nope.
Good. This is another nice easy one called the thigh shaper.
Okay.
And once again, assume the correct starting position. On your back, on the floor. Both feet in the straps, hands in the hand straps. Keeping them straight.
Sounds like the
raise
start
your
to a
legs
great weekend.
midway position. And that's about halfway between horizontal and vertical. Then
Ooh, there
lower
goes that
one
scratch.
leg
Hang on,
about
stop it.
16 to 19 inches.
Okay, the B-side.
Well now, how's it going?
Oh, all right, thank you.
Feel all those muscles stretching out. Have you got your breath back yet?
Nope.
Good. So let's move on to exercise number 4, the waist watcher. And this one can really make your waistline worth watching. Now, assume the normal starting position
Steady
the
on.
floor with your head up near the door again. Legs should be outstretched and your arms extended upwards. Pull your arms downwards, bringing both legs up together, bending your knees fully. Let's start with about 15 waist watchers at a nice, easy pace. And here we go. And up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, hips off, down, 2,
Hips
3,
off?
4.
I like that guitar sound. Riff.
Okay then, are we getting the hang of this exercise?
Not at all.
That's good, because let's get stuck into this one. This is another simple exercise that will soon get you back into shape. And this
What
one's
do you mean,
called the high
cheeky
kicker.
bastard?
If you do this one
Hey,
properly, you should feel all the muscles.
why sell for a
in your
six-pack when you can have the whole
stomach,
barrel? That's
your
what I
hips
say.
and thighs, right down to your calves and your ankles. And once again, assume the normal starting position. And you must keep both legs and arms straight at all times. Now raise each leg
Or
in
else.
succession to the very highest point. And as you bring it down, raise the other leg. Go on, fling it. Kick it up as high as it'll go. 1, 2,
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Notice there wasn't any warm-up to this, just go straight into it. Don't bother with any of that warming up.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right back high, right back high. And now the final exercise in the program, number 6, and it's going to really do something for those hips. Even though we call it the hip slimmer, it will also do wonders for flabby waistlines and thighs. First,
That's not how
lie
weight
down
loss
on
works.
your right hand side, resting on your
You
right
can't
hip,
target particular
leaning
areas.
on your right elbow. Now put your uppermost foot, that's your left foot, into the strap.
Is it? How do you know?
Take the hand strap with your left hand. Try and get into a steady rhythm again. Up, down, up, down. Up,
Comedy horns.
up, down. The multi-exerciser is designed to link the actions of your arms, your legs, and your stomach muscles, so that your whole body works in a total coordinated effort. So it's a good idea to exercise with music, selecting something with a nice, easy beat to keep you in rhythm. Of course,
Napalm
we don't
Death.
have to tell you. So, happy exercising with the KTEL Multi-Exerciser.
Thank you, KTEL Exerciser Man. So yeah, not much of a workout, there's only a couple of minutes each side, then you have to unstrap yourself and flip over the record. So right, so that was the KTEL Multi-Exerciser Rhythm Music single. No date, but I can tell. So yeah, whew, I'm exhausted just listening to that. Okay, next up we have this one, 3 Million Tons, on ICI Records. I shall explain, shall I? This was a promo given out, well not really a promo, it was a gift given out to my dad. Got this because he used to work at ICI, at this place, and I hadn't really thought about it until now, but after reading this, ICI used to make vinyl, they used to make plastic, or as they call it, Corvic. which is a vinyl chloride polymer. And so technically my dad used to make records, which is pretty cool, isn't it? So yeah, he got this in 1978 and it sat on our shelves for years and years. It's just got some fairly generic sort of music on it. It's got Mardi Gras, Sleepy Shores, the theme from Hawaii Five-0, which is really good, Aquarius, Freedom Come, Freedom Go, Nimrod by Elgar. Yeah, just sort of fairly standard music, but this was like a thank you, I guess, to all the staff. And it has got inside it one of the most driest, boringest write-ups you've ever come across on an album. I'll just try and read you some part of it. ICI is by far the largest producer of PVC, which it sells under the trade names of Corvic, polymers and copolymers, and Welvic, compounds. From small beginnings in 1942, a 500-ton year a ton, blah 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 blah, and then it goes into excruciating detail about plastic production in the UK. But it does say here, in particular, vinyl chloride stroke vinyl acetate materials offered attractive possibilities, and one big business born out of collaboration between ICI and record companies in the 1950s was Hi-Fi Records, now accounting for an annual world consumption of some 140,000 tons. Based on vinyl chloride stroke vinyl acetate copolymers, these records capture the sounds of everything from Bach to the Beatles. Yeah, this came out in 1978. 3 million tons, I guess, was just some sort of random figure they plucked out of the air. I don't know. This is probably they created their 300th ton of vinyl PVC, and so yeah, they brought out this record. This is the one and only release by ICI, and I'll show you the label. We have the ICI Records label. I guess if you're someone who collects labels, this may be a bit of a rare one to find. I mean. Trying and buying this online, I noticed that you can't get this for less than a tenner. And it can't be for the actual music is on it, because I think that's pretty standard library music they've just licensed. So it must be for the fact that it's the one and only release on ICI Records. So. Okay, and finally we have And a Cast of Thousands, well maybe 55. This is a compilation album of local bands from Blackpool. Released in 1981 on Sunset Sound Records. The reason why I own a copy of this, we actually have 2 copies of this, is that my brother's best mate's older brother was in one of these bands. I think he was in the Tony Williams band, because he was named Tony Williams. And they were quite famous around Blackpool in the 80s and 90s, like, you know, where they went on for years. So on here we have Zanzibar, Foul Stroke, Into Excess, and I think that predates the Australian In Excess, Tony Williams bands, The Stairs, Quarter Life, SSCB, Moscow Philharmonics with an X, Smart Alec, X Directory, the Zanti Misfits, yeah, I remember hearing about those, I think, yeah, Against the Grain, and Hollywood. So yeah, this is one of those collaboration albums where local bands get together and release something as like a promo. There's some good stuff on here actually. I think my favourite track is going to be Foul Stroke, Chin Up. That's quite good. It's all very new wavy, late 70s, early 80s sounding.
Such a fool. Chin up, I'll walk away. I just can't think today, 'cause she's with me. Chin up, I've made a start.
It says on here, this album is being created as part of an experiment to see if there is anything other than rock, the confectionery kind, the holiday town entertainment mentality, and the M55 to come out of Blackpool. I guess the M55 was fairly new. We believe there is talent, it just needs nurturing. Like it or hate it, at least everybody involved in this venture is in there trying. Which just sound a little bit sort of, you know, oh, we're just trying, honestly. Here we have the Sunset Sound label. I'll have to see if there was any other releases on Sunset Sound. This is SSLP number 8, I think, so it may indicate there was some other releases. So yeah, I'm always fascinated to hear these local band compilations. I think they became a lot more common when CDs were able to be burnt, but as far as on vinyl, I guess it's a bit of a rare thing. So I have ripped this to YouTube and put it up there, so I should put a link down below to it so you can have a listen. Maybe you're in one of these bands. And some great pictures as well. Unfortunately they're very small, and that's a group shot on the front. And I've been trying to figure out where this pub is. Is it the Mount... Oh, I think I know where it is. Is it? The Mount Pleasant. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Oh, it says SSLP2, so maybe it wasn't a... God, this is going to take some editing, isn't it? This is SSLP2, so I'd be curious to know what SSLP number 1 was. Right, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Well, don't hit it, or certainly don't smash it. If you smash it, no one else better use it. Maybe gently caress the like button and give a gentle click on the subscribe button if you so desire. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.